Yes. Well, this is what I wanted you to hear or see. And it's opened a new one. BBC Symphony Orchestra. Well, I don't know that I want to do that. What I wanted to do was play the one I was already playing. Which is this one, isn't it? Yes, no. So we'll go to the beginning and get to the point where I had the subtitles turned on because I wanted to hear what was actually being said. Right, goodness, how long does it take to find? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to give a lot of credit to the sound engineers and FOH. What's FOH? Front of house. Detail and clarity still feel the weight and power of the orchestra. I'm convinced when the BBC puts out, it's worth every penny of the licence fee. Right, 13 is this new noise, so we'll jump ahead. No, actually it was the ripples in the ether bit. But it's ahead, it's at the end of the track. Yes, the resistant air. Here we go.
Visible strata, spiriting the dancing air with the quick matter of life. Now music's
Spiriting the darkening
the
day.
drowned voice of truth,
The drowned
mantled
voice of
in
truth,
light's
mantled
velocity.
in light's velocity.
over land and sea are omnipresent,
Omnipresent.
speaking aloud to every ear, into every heart and home, their unhindered message, the body and soul of universal brotherhood.
How can we escape from this new noise that is adding to the distractions of an already complex world? Is it to be yet another byproduct of man's inventive mind, which will get beyond his control before he has learned his power?
Get beyond his control before it has learned its power.
Broadcasting is a means of enlarging the frontiers of human
We're
interest
not
and
podcasting,
consciousness,
broadcasting.
of widening personal experience, of shrinking the Earth's surface, accompanying and assisting a new stage in civilization.
New stage in civilization. Brings tears to my eyes. Last train to Dover, so it's the world's about 15 years on the topic, eh? We must protect the BBC from political tampering.
This wireless, one of the great gifts of Providence to mankind, is a trust of which we are humble ministers. Our prayer is that nothing mean or cheap may lessen its value, and that all its messages may bring happiness and comfort to those who listen.
Oh, to bring happiness and comfort. Well, this is not a repetition of the concert, so I'm not in the business of reproducing the concert, but I think I might bring in The Fleet Is Lit Up at this stage, because that's a very good track. I know that track. Casting House, I don't know. Let's look at that one.
This is the entrance hall to Broadcasting House. In the Latin inscription which you see up there above the central arch, we have tried to reflect the idea behind our work.
What does it say?
The free translation would run like this. This temple of the arts and muses is dedicated to Almighty God by the first governors of broadcasting in the year 1931, Sir John Reith being the Director General. It is their prayer that good seed sown may bring forth a good harvest, that all things hostile to peace or purity may be banished from this house, and that the people, inclining their ear to whatsoever things are beautiful and honest and of good report, may tread the path of wisdom and uprightness. Yes, I think I rather like that. So do I.
Like fairy lights, strung out along the water. Perfect. And then it was gone.
12 floors, 350 offices,
I know this is
700
revised
people
lyrics.
in this big house of voices.
700 people.
You who pay your 10 shillings a year own the house. 6 million of it.
I repeat that signal is okay.
2,000 of you write every day praising, complaining, and crying. Letters from music department, drama department, outside broadcast department, talk department, jazz band department, engineers department, research department, finance department. More variety, far less variety.
All right.
Through soundproof doors, then doors again. You come to an inside core of the building, isolated from all the rest, where the makers of the noises practice to make them good noises. Now come and listen in on some of your big executives. The mighty but
works to itself, and no branch or department can do ill without that ill spreading throughout the whole organism. And an organism is a collection of individuals, and the health of one can affect the health of the whole.
Now stand by everybody, we'll give you a line. All right, okay, stop, drop.
Just jump straight to the what of the future. In touch with the infinite. I liked all these comments already.
And what of the future? This country has in its hands an instrument of incalculable power for good. An instrument that can be given to spreading among the nations of true knowledge of each other, helpful rather than hurtful to the interests of mankind. These newly acquired skills of mankind move at a breathtaking pace. Broadcasting, which we begin to see now as a worldwide international service, is a step into the future even more dramatic, I think, than the development of flight.
More dramatic than the development of flight? More dramatic?
Broadcasting without its responsibility is nothing. It's not a way of thought. It's not a way of culture. It's not a way of life. It's there to serve God, so that people think for themselves.
Not to serve God, he said for.
It's there to serve culture in such a way that people will turn more and more to active participation in the arts. Go to the theatre, attend concerts, read books, use their hands, and help to build a community in which broadcasting is only a very small part of a full and satisfying life. something living in us to keep alive. And it has reminded us in its graver moments that life won't last. And that for this very reason, there are things more important than success or power.
How to go out with a bang without making a noise. Making my heart sing. Pretty high, but my only complaint was I wasn't there. Amazing. Incredible, just wow. I can't wait. Orchestra and interpreters, the finest sight musicians in the world. I wonder if these and airs gave any feedback.
The whole of my complex, lovely picture, with its voices, its castles, its landscapes, its music, its men and women, had been painted on the underside of a cloud with a brushful of iridescent vapor. It melted as you looked and listened, and like so much moonshine, it vanished forever. Its music, its men and women had been painted on the underside of a cloud with a brushful of iridescent vapor. It melted as you looked and listened, and like so much moonshine, it
vanished forever.
That was more easily listenable. I don't know what this is. I'm not seeing this one. And that's outside the scope of this video, which is, of course, recording this.